Hello everyone and welcome to this week's studio vlog. So hopefully you can notice that I got a new phone, so the camera quality is going to be significantly better. I'm still working on the audio. For my Snowball Ice, I finally got a pop filter for it, and I'm just ordering a connector cable so that I can plug it directly into my phone so that the quality will be coming through that rather than the phone audio picking it up. Okay, so I haven't vlogged in a few weeks because of all the technical issues that were going on, but thankfully I've hired my brother to be my editor, which is really exciting. So Jolly Pops now has its second employee, which is super exciting. So he's going to be handling all of the editing as well as the uploading schedule. So I'm hoping to be on a much more consistent uploading schedule. We're still playing around with a little bit with it, but as soon as I solidify it and figure it all out, then I will let you know. So that's pretty exciting. I've also hired an animator to do a new intro and outro just to make everything look way more professional, and then I'm going to keep working on improving the thumbnails for videos because we hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube, which is so exciting. I'm really excited about it, and I couldn't do anything that I do without everybody's support on every platform that I have. So I am super excited. I also hit 100 sales on Etsy, which is huge. I could have never in a million years imagined that that would have happened. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that. Here is the fall sticker pack. So as you can see, I took the little pumpkin from my thank you card and put him in. I did a little pumpkin spice latte, a little quote that says happy fall y'all, and then a couple fall leaves. I'm considering doing one more fall leaf in with this so that there's 3 of them, but that's kind of what that's looking like right now. This is how the final little witch turned out, and I'm so excited and so happy about how it turned out. I used a watercolor brush to put little splashes of watercolor on, and I decided to make her dress a teal green color. And then I decided to do a test print, which turned out perfectly. I'm so excited with the background color and how all the colors work together. My printer prints amazing quality, so the colors were really crisp and pretty true to how I had them on my iPad. So these will be available in the shop when I launch the rest of the fall Halloween stuff. exciting thing that I got in this week in the mail was this ring light tripod. So you can adjust all the settings for how high you want it to be. You can adjust how you want this tilted and turned. The ring light, you can adjust the brightness and whether you want cool, neutral, or warm tone. And then this is the came with a phone attachment to attach your phone, and you can either go horizontal or vertical with it, and it's amazing. I got it off Amazon for about 35-ish, I think, with taxes and shipping and everything dollars, which was absolutely amazing. So I was really happy about this. And then I think I talked earlier about the pop filter, and I got the cable to connect it to my phone so that the audio is coming from that instead. And you guys will see the intro and outro of this video will have all the animations from the new animator in it, which I'm really excited about. Hello everybody! So today I was just packaging some orders, which you would have just seen, and I'm also going to be finishing off the Halloween collection. So you'll see me design the rest of the Halloween stickers. So then I'll have 2 art prints, a fall sticker pack, Halloween sticker pack, and then I'm doing a pumpkin charm and keychain. So I'm just working on the charms and keychains right now. So basically I buy this shrink plastic from Silhouette, and then in my Cricut maker space I put my image that I designed in Procreate and lay it out how I want it, and then print it out on my inkjet printer. And then I get my Cricut maker to cut the design. I use just the regular blade that comes with the Cricut, and then I use the acetate setting and increase the pressure. I can't remember how much more. I'll check it and then let you guys know what the pressure's at, and increase it so that it actually cuts through, and you end up with something like this. So I can fit 6 of these bigger guys on a sheet, and then I do 12 of the little charms on a sheet. So once you put these in the oven, they'll shrink and harden into a plastic, and then I put resin on top. So I'll take you through that process, but pretty much just printed them, got them cut, and then I used my hole punch to put a little hole on the top so we can fit the keychain through. So I'll take you through that process, and then you guys will see me work for my sketch that I do for my Halloween stickers onward. Okay, so I'm in my Cricut design space here, and you can see that I have material set at acetate. My cut pressure is all the way up at 350. I have it on a 2-time multi-cut with my fine point blade, and that seems to cut the acetate that I'm using from the Silhouette perfectly. It cuts it almost all the way through so that I can peel the charm off of the backing. Okay, so I have my oven preheated to 325, which is per the instructions on the Cricut. I have a baking sheet lined with a tin foil, and I have all my charms spaced out on here, and they'll go in the oven for about 30 seconds. Okay, so I just have a cutting board sitting on top to keep the charms and everything flat, because if you don't do this step, they will curl up a little bit again as they are cooling down. Okay, so my charms are out of the oven now. This is what they look like. They're just a pretty thick, hard plastic, and I just use Easy Cast resin from Michaels, and make sure you read all of the directions fully and use all of the protective equipment that you should. I've just mixed both the parts in I poured them into 2 different cups so they were completely even amounts, and then I poured them into 1 cup to mix that all together, and then poured it into another clean cup as it suggests in the instructions, and I just keep mixing. Next, I'm just going to pour a small dollop and use a popsicle stick to spread it around on each of the charms and keychains, and then I'm going to use a heat gun that I have to blow over the top to make sure that all the bubbles get out, because as you can see, there's a lot of bubbles that happen in the mixing process, and the heat hitting it just gets rid of the bubbles. If you don't have a heat gun, you can easily use a hair dryer to do that. Okay, so I've got the resin on all of the charms, and now I'm just leaving them. They have to cure for 72 hours, so you won't see me in this vlog put the actual rings on, but you will see in the next vlog I'm going to be putting the rings on. And now I'm just going to design those Halloween stickers. Alright, so I started on the sketch concept for some of the new Halloween stickers, and that's as far as I got for today. So you'll see more of the stickers and then how I put the rest of the pumpkin charms and keychains together in next week's vlog. So I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, and I hope everyone has a lovely day.